let's try to install the bootstrap also. Let's go into this one, and I will be using npm install bootstrap. Okay, let's install the bootstrap so that we can have some clear design. Let's install this bootstrap, and we can add it in directly in the index.html, so there is no problem. So I don't want to, we can also use it to import there also. And here I will be having, so where it is present, index.html in the main only, right? Yeah. So here you will be having node underscore modules slash bootstrap slash list slash css slash bootstrap dot min.css. Yeah, so I'm adding it here at the main thing, or otherwise you can use it in the main.js, import something like how they have imported here. You can also import it here also, not a problem. So now we will create a component that is nothing but a basic post component. So we'll try to create a post component which I will be using more often. So here I will be having a folder post. Okay, and here in this one I will be creating post.view. Okay, so this is the post component. So this component will consist of all the posts. So this is a view file template. So here you need to create with it every component. So whenever you are trying to create a component, it should end with an extension .vue. So this is an extension, we need to use it. So this consists of the component part. So now here, this one is the normal scaffolding thing. So this is the main JS file. This is the view file. Now here, so the post.view, this file consists of the three parts mainly. First one is the template. Template is nothing but the HTML which you will be trying to write it. The next one is the script. Script means the JavaScript code which you will be writing. And the third one is the style. So the style is nothing but what are the styles you want to write for this template, okay, for this HTML block. So these all comprise of the component. So this all represents the one component, one full-fledged component. So here I can have one div. Okay, so here I can show h2 post data. I can show some post data. So this is the HTML which I am trying to do it. Now here we need to send one object, right? So this object we need to send, and this is having a data like this. We used to have some, wait, what is this happening? Yeah, so like this we used to have some set of options. So this one we need to do something like export default. So we need to use the export. So we need to export this all data. So this is the export default, and in this one we need to write all the options which we are trying to use it. So now this is an export default. This is the object we are trying to export it to the other component. And styles means you can write normally the styles. So this is the template. So this is the total overall structure of the component, basic component structure. So now this post component, I want to use it somewhere. So here in the main.js, so here I need to use the component. So this is the app is the root component. We can say that there will be only one root component for one project. That is nothing but generally it will be an app only. So app is the root component. And in this app root component, we are having hello world, right? So here you can have a script. So this is also a component only. So you can have a script, and here you can have export default, and you will be having like this. And in this one, I can add a components. So I need to include a component, right? So I need a component. So that is nothing but post. So this component, I have created a new component post. And in this script, I need to import that component. Import post. So what is happening? So import post view from post. So here you can remove the view. So import post from the post.view. So I am importing this post. So I am giving the path to this one. So where this actually post component is allocated, and this post component I am giving it here. So now we know that camel casing and also the Pascal case I have explained you how we need to give the component. So here if I have given the post means here I can use it directly like this post. Okay, so this is the component I have used it. Now if you see the output, how it will look like, let's see it. So if you try to see where is our project, this is our project, right? Hello world, we are able to see it. So whether it is correct or not, let's see. I think maybe we haven't we are not running this one, I think. Now it is compiling, sorry. So now if you try to see here, we are able to get a post data. So here we are able to get a post data. So this one is coming from a other component that is nothing but this post thing. So this is the component. So this is the component we are having. So let's say that we are having a post data. Okay. So posts. So I'm having a list of posts. So we'll be having one title. Second. Now we are having one title. So title 1, I can have it. And I will be having another one, description. So description 1. I'm using one title and description. Let's try to copy this one again, and I will be placing here like this. Okay, so this one, it should not be comma. So now this is the title 2 and it's a description 2. So we are having some list of array of objects that is nothing but post data. So now I want to show these all post data one by one as a data. So here, how can we show? So we already learned about this one all. So I can loop over v-for post in post. So I will be showing here one div. So post dot title, I can show it here, and another one is post dot description, I can show it. So post dot description, I can show it. So here we are getting an error because of the key. So here I need to add a key. I already discussed about this one, key. So we need to give some unique name. So let's say that for the time being, we have a title which is a unique thing. I'm giving the key. Now let's see the output. If you try to see the output, let's refresh it. Hey, this one is not compiling. I don't know why it is not compiling. Let's remove this one directly and we'll try to run it here only. npm run dev. Let's run again, npm run dev. So this command, if you don't know me, so here you can go it through the package.json. Yeah, here npm run dev. So this is the build and preview. These all things you'll see afterwards when we are learned completely about the Vue.js and all those things. You'll see about the deployment thing and all those things. So now main.js. So here we have created in the app post.view. My system is slow today. One known issue. What is the known issue? So it is installing. Let it install. So now what we have did in the post.view. So we are taking one post data, and here we are looping over this post data and we are seeing. So let's see the output, whether we are able to see the output or not. So why this post data is not coming? Is there any problem in the console? Data, okay, data should return an object. So you people have to tell me, right? It should return, right? So it should return. What is the problem? So this is the return. Yeah, that's it. Oh no, sorry. What is happening here? Yeah. So this should return an object. So this is the return post. So now if you try to see, here I'm able to see the data. So no errors, nothing. So here we are able to see title 1 description, title 2 description 2. So the as expected, we are getting the output. Now what I want to do is, so this is nothing but a common logic, right? So why can't we simply create a new component and we can use that the same component? We can create a separate component and we can use that component here, right? So now let's try to create another component. So just I am trying to do the single post. So I am trying to do another component, single post. So this single post component resembles only the single post only. So here I can have a template again. So we'll be having a template. We will be having a script again, and we will be having a style normally. Okay, if we want to write the style, we can write it. Now here I'll be having one div. So here in this div I can show some title, okay, or other title, or otherwise what I can do is title 1 and another one is description 1. So let's try to get it as static only. So this is the title, and here what I want to do is, so here I will be doing something like single post. Okay, single post. So this is the component I want to do it. So here I am using this component means, so here in this component section, we need to use this single component. We need to inject the single component. So single post. So I will be using single post. So understand the naming convention how I am using S capital, P capital. So here single hyphen post, because P is the capital, right? Hyphen post I am using. So single post I am taking. So with single post we need to import it, right? So here you need to do import. So from where I can get this single post, we need to tell. So import, single post from, okay, from single post dot view. So we can import this one. So I have imported this single post and we are using this single post. I am using this single post. So let's try to see whether we can get the output or not. See, I am able to get the same output, but this time this is a static output. Okay. So what I have did here, so instead of using for this div, I can copy this one entire thing, okay, and I can use it for this view and for this one also. Why? Because we want to repeat this single post, this component, so we can use it for this one. Then also it will work with the same thing only. It's without any problem. So then also we are able to see the same output. So now what I want to do here, so that the thing what we are happening is, so here this is how actually we will be trying to do. So we have created a new post thing and we are having a single post here. Okay, so now we have divided the code into here, and now we are using this template here, this template we need to use it dynamically. Now whatever the post we are having in this one, so each post we need to pass it to the single post, and this single post will try to display the data. So this is how we need to do it. So that means somehow this is called as a post is called as a parent component, and now single post is called a child component. Okay, in the main post component we are having a single post, so that means this is called as a parent component and this is called as a child component. Okay, and in the same scenario app.view, this is the parent component and post is called as a child component. But whereas in the post is a parent component and single post is a child component relative to this one. So now what we need to do is somehow we need to send the data from parent to the child component. Why? Because in order to display single post, so this responsibility is you send me a post data, single post data. I will show the details, all the single post data according to the design what it has been mentioned. So we need to send each single post data, we need to send it. So how we can send it is we'll try to see it. So this is how normally the components dividing actually it will be. So this is how we need to divide the data. So each one should be divided into single components and all those things should be splitted, so that these components we can reuse it wherever we want it. So this is how we will be creating the components using the .view template.